Hello everyone. We're going to be starting another video on multi-step equations. As you can see that we have two x times x. We have a distribute property and a regular property. Some of you may hate this because we added a fractions, but don't worry, it's not going to be that big of a deal. So here we go. So now we have 2x, 2 times x plus 3. Now I'm going to distribute this. Remember the term distribute. And also distribute 4 times x and 4 times 5. Now I have 2x times 6. Just going to be plus 6. I mean times 3 there. 4 times x is 4x plus 20. We're going to also show you how to do this in both ways. And like we say, we're going to also put these Cami notes into the websites that we will talk later. Now I'm going to subtract 6 onto both sides. No, not 6. I meant 20. So yeah, we're eventually going backwards. Now 6 minus 20 is negative 14. And then eventually with my 2x. Now I'm going to put an equal signs. 4 times x is 4x once again, and that's going to be allowed. I will subtract the 2. X I meant, because that's really what you really need, because you're putting things, you're subtracting onto both sides. Now we got negative 14. I'm going to put somewhere here. Negative 14 is equal to 2x. My solution to this is x equals 7. So I'm going to put that x is equal to negative 7. So this is essentially your what you're going to do is divide. Let me delete that box. So whenever you divide by a negative here, just so you know, whenever you divide by a negative number, let's say here, here, we are not going to divide by a negative here. So a negative plus divides or plus a positive must be a negative. We can do with a different color that I am going to show you here with the opposite solution. So we know that 2x plus 6 equal to 4x plus 20. Now, I didn't really put that, but I'm going to redo it. X plus 6. Please do know that that's my x plus 6. So if I ever do that, so 4x plus 5. Too big of a plus there. Plus 20, I mean. Now we will subtract by 6 this time, which will give me 14 once again. Equal to 2x. Now I'm going to subtract 4x onto both sides. Now that leads to -2 equal to 14. And I'm going to delete my. Now that also gives me my same answer. So that is number 1. I'm going to color code something with red there. So number 1 is complete. Now we have 2 and 3. The number 2 is -x plus 6 equal to x minus 2. So we're going to first do subtract. I'm going to get into a cyan color. -6. Let's do it right there. Going to let me pick some color. Yeah, we can. So now we're going to subtract 6. -2 minus 6, which is -8. Now I have my x here equal to my -x. Now I'm going to subtract x onto both sides. My x now going to have -2 equal to -8. Now my answer, no. My answer here is that -2 remote will give me -4. I think this is really incorrect. Now we're going to not work on the steps. We're going to work on the steps soon. So now we're going to have x, -x as my first step. So my solution to my answer is x equals to equal to the +2. No, that is equal to a +4. Like you can see, that's not supposed to be a 2 there. So what I'm going to do is delete that. So I'm going to subtract 2. No, I mean not subtract. We're dividing 2. That's my solution right here. And this time I'm not going to do it this way, but this is to show you an explanation that both sides can be the same thing. Now we're going to work on our step by step for both problem 1 and 2. So for number 1, we're going to do dp 2 times 3 and dp 4 times x, I meant 3. This time we're going to times x and 5. Now working on to our next problem, and bring that here. We're going to subtract 20 on both sides. As you're going to see that I will put dp but please do not mind when I put dp, it means distribute property. Now moving on to question number 3 or step number 3 is that I will subtract 2x. Once I subtract 2x on both sides, I will get my answer as 2x equal to negative 14. Now my final step or soluting statement will be negative 14 is equal to 2x. Either ways, you can either do x equal to negative 7 or negative 7 equal to x. For question number 1 on number 2, my step is to subtract 6 on both sides. Step number 2 is subtract negative x. Subtract x on both sides. My third step is to divide negative 2 on both sides. You may notice that we have divide as our division part, but the thing is when we divide, it's just going to have the same name as dp. For divide, we are going to use dip, while distribute property, we will be using dp. Now we're going to move on to question number 3. 4 times x plus 3 equal to 12. For this one, we will put in the problems here. So 4, it's a different color again. So yeah, once again, I would like to pick a different color. Now we have 4. 4 divided by x plus 3 equal to 12. Now we have this, we're gonna multiply 4 on this side, multiply 4 on this side. Oh, we're not gonna multiply yet. Most people of you may make that mistake. So first of all, you're gonna subtract 3 onto both sides. Now I have 9 equal 2x over 4, so 4 over x. Now I will multiply by 4, x is equal to 36. So when you do x, it's different. We can also say that 1 over 2 is equal to 4. What we can say that 2 can be always become an x. We will reciprocal it to 2 over 1. Then multiply 2. You know that's going to be 4. 2 times 2 will cancel out, and we're going to have 4 times 2. And now we have 1 equal to 8. We can basically say that 1 can become an x. Now we're going to work on our steps to solutionating. Now we're going to have to subtract 3 on both sides. Now for step 2, we will multiply 4 on both sides. Now my solution is x equal to 36. Now we're going to try a few problems in the multi-step. The video is not yet ended because we're not yet done. For here, we have multiple steps. And if you go to the website, we have this whole sheet that we talk about, and you can use them to copy one problem. And while the other 2 questions, you're going to have to do it your own. For question number 1, we're going to write it down, while for question number 4, we're not going to write it down. So now we're going to try. Now for step 1 is that we distribute 4 times 4. That's the first ever steps that you have to do. Now the next step is to combine like terms. CLT 4 plus 4. Combine like terms, and you're going to get an 8. The next step for step number 3 is subtract 8 on both sides. Now next, you're going to you're going to subtract 6x on both sides. And our answer for this is that 12 minus 6. 12 minus 6 will give me a 6 as my solution. So now for my solution, it is 6x equal is equal to. So first, if you want to figure out 6x and is equal to what? Remember, we did this and we have to subtract -3 from 8. So we can use a calculator to figure it out. Well, here is -3, 2, 1, and then 0. So that's my answer. 6x is equal to 5, which which you're gonna which is gonna give me a decimal number because it's a long number. So that's what we're gonna. So I want you to try to do that. 6x divided by equal to 5, and I will be right back with the answer and come back later. So if you want to see the answer, please note that this is a educational video. Now for 4 to 6, we're going to do the same thing here. For problem number 4, we're going to first combine like terms. 4 plus 3 is 7, equal to 5x minus 3. Plus 4x. Now I am going to first subtract my 7. Since we have a negative number, we add the negative number. So that means it's going to be 9 equals 5x. Equal to 4x. I will subtract 5 from 4. Oh, since 4 minus 5 is 1x. So my solution to this is negative 1x equal to negative 9 would give me a solution of positive 9. So now this is the time for you to do question problems 2 or 3 and 3. So this video. So if you would like to see the website, it is going to be soon coming. It will be soon on the description. If you will see any notice on any comments, please note that it's going to help you. Now we're back to the website. So I show you that the educational series is a very lengthy series. Each unit we're gonna break down by season. So season 1 will be ending pretty shortly. So each season is part worth a whole lot of work. We're gonna review at the home page first, then we're gonna move on to the next 3 slides. So here is all the information that you're gonna see, the basics of like what we're gonna teach you of high school basics as well. Now we're gonna move on to worksheet. Most of our worksheet has already been posted, where you can print your papers to be sure that you got it correct. You can even press this button to view the pages that we did earlier today. Now, to see any of our videos, you're going to click videos. All of the videos that are already posted will be located here. If you need any more help, there will be a unit